Alright, hi guys, I'm Tracy. Welcome to today's video. So today I just got back from my first Hakuhodo showroom visit. It took me about 30 minutes to get there, and it was very much worth the effort to go there because I'm going to go over some of the brushes that I took a look at. Some of them were requests from you guys, some I've had in my cart for some time. And I was going to put an order in a few weeks ago. I did a video on it, but because the showroom is now open, I decided to go take a look at them before buying them. And I'm really glad I did because there were some that either impressed me more in person and I ended up getting them, or I'm planning to get them. And then there were a couple that weren't what I thought they were going to be, and so I ended up not getting them. But I have on my phone here, I wrote down and I added to my wish list some of the brushes that I was interested in, and some requests from you guys. So because I just got back, I'm gonna do this now so that I have these ideas fresh in my head. I'll probably forget them soon. Okay, so the G5522, it's a mixed eyeshadow brush. I was actually pretty certain I was gonna get it. I did not because it's too big. It is actually a pretty large brush in person, very soft. If you have large eyes, it would be a great option, but I just couldn't see myself using that one for eyeshadow. It's probably bigger even than bigger than the Wayne Goss 16. It's got a pretty long taper, and I just didn't think it would be worth it for me to have. Another one that I was asked to look at, the B531 or the J531, it's a large powder or blush brush, angled brush. I believe this is part synthetic. It's a goat synthetic. Very, very beautiful brush. It has a very slight angle. I don't think I took a picture of it. If I did, I'll insert a clip. I took some video of some of the brushes, but not all of them. It's a very dense. It's the hairs are pretty long for a brush under $100, and so if you want a large, dense angled brush, I would say the B531 will be that brush for you. And another one that I was going to look at for one of you guys, and I liked it so much I ended up getting it. You know what? I'll go over the ones I got towards the end, and I'll show you guys the ones I got. Another one that I was kind of planning to get was one of the 5521 styles, that tapered style. I was gonna get the one that was either the S series, which is horse and goat hair, or the plain goat hair, but they were a lot smaller than I thought, so I passed on the 5521 style. There's a horse one, and then I believe there's a pure squirrel hair version, but just the style in general I think was just going to be a little too small for my needs. And then another one that I was asked to look at was the F6440, which is a fan brush. Now online it looks pretty small. It's actually called a narrow fan brush, but when I saw it in person, it was a lot wider than I thought it was going to be. And maybe because the brushes on the floor have been kind of, touched and used a little bit, it kind of flares out a little bit. But it was a very nice brush, very soft. But it's so fine that it would provide a very, very light application. Even the guys said that it's for someone that wants just a very, very light dusting of product, and it would just be very natural. So it's, if you're looking to really pack on the highlighter or something, these fan brushes, the mixed hair ones that I looked at, like the 6440, the F6440, is probably not going to do that for you. I have a video of two of the other more substantial brushes. One's goat hair, one is blue squirrel. I compare them. Those are heavier. Those will, give you more of an impact. And those hairs are very long. They were very, very impressive. Okay, another one I looked at was the J505. He said this is one of their most popular blush brushes. I also believe this is a part synthetic. He said the synthetic mixes, it's only like 5% or so synthetic, so it's mainly goat hair. But I think it also helps them make a denser brush, and the J505 was a very dense brush, very substantial. If you're looking for that, I would say that you should go for it. It's probably going to put a lot of product on at once, and I think even if you wanted to use it with creams, you probably could. It's just the hairs are pretty long, so I don't know if that would be the best for that. Okay, another one that I was almost going to get, but I didn't. The J4003, which is the angled highlighter brush. That one, I don't remember if that one was just a little too small. I think so. I think that was the one that was too small. There was an angled brush that was too small, and there was one that wasn't. And I'm sorry, I don't remember if that one was too small or not. The J4003. You know, I can't remember right now. Another one I looked at is the J5547. It's a small flat blush brush. Way too small, I think, for me or for most people to do blush. Not really impressed with that one. Wouldn't recommend it unless you're looking for a very, very small blending brush. Other ones I looked at were the I5523, the synthetic eye brushes. They look different from the natural haired ones, and he even said it wouldn't fluff up much. So if that's what you're looking for, if you want a synthetic brush that blends but doesn't really change much after you wash it, I think that one will be fine. But I kind of like my eye brushes to fluff up a little when I wash them. So that one, I decided not to get any of those synthetic eye brushes. Another one, the B5521, was a beautiful brush, just a little too small for what I was looking for. The J5522 and the G5522, I was pretty certain I was going to get one of them for eyeshadow. They just weren't, I don't think, going to work for me because they were too big. The taper was very nice, but I think it was just too dense, just too much brush for my eyes. If you have big eyes, I think the 5522 style would work really well for you. And I really liked the mix. The G5522, which is the Squirrel and Gold Hair mix, was very nice. Just a little too much for me or for my eyes. And then another one I looked at, the S146, was a little longer than I thought, and I ended up not getting that one, which I thought I was going to get, but I didn't. So let me get to now what I did get. So first one I'll mention, the J4006. It's a eyelash brush, mascara brush. I wasn't expecting to get one, but I did because it is very, these hairs, these are synthetic. They are very, very stiff, and I think they will, I can see myself really using it to brush out my mascara, because I usually have clumpy mascara, but I really did need something like this. I'm always like using my fingernail and making a mess, so I'm really glad I have something for that, and this was not expensive. Another one I got that I am been planning to get for a long time is the G, it doesn't have the name on it, that's weird, the G5523, the 5523 style, but in the blue squirrel hair. And I actually tried this earlier. Really, really nice for packing on shimmer. And it's kind of like a slightly smaller version of the Hakuhodo GSN9, which I love. I recommend all the time. This is just, the hairs are slightly different and it's a little bigger. But the Hakuhodo blue squirrel hair is so soft. It's just, I don't know. It's just wonderful. And you know what? I'm really bummed that I have the wasnt 6 because they look pretty much identical, but there's something about the wasnt 6 that just does not work out for me. But this one, I've tried it already, and it is much better. So if you're looking for a flat brush, actually you can't get this wasnt anymore, so go with the Hakuhodo. They're really just so soft, and I'm really, really glad I got this. And then the last brush, the fanciest brush, I ended up getting the B512. I was just going to look at this for someone, but it was just the perfect size. It has a pretty significant angle, and I can see it working really good for bronzer. It's the brush I wish I got when I ordered the G511, because this one is just too small, but the 512 is much bigger and I think a lot more useful for me. And if you're gonna decide between the two, get the bigger one. It's a little bit more, but you're getting so much more brush. I mean, look at the ferrule. It's like twice as long and the hairs are so much longer. So I was really, really impressed with this. Was not expecting to get a bronzer brush, but I can just see this being so useful. And you know, it's got that thick handle, and it's just that the hairs are so nice. I'm really starting to like these blends, especially the Hakuhodo blends, which pretty much Hakuhodo and Sonia G are the main brands that do like these different kind of hair mixes. But I'm really, really excited about this. This is one that I'm probably the most excited to get used to, and I'm not going to wash this one actually for a while, and I think it'll be fine. But you know, eventually I will kind of fluff up a little, not a whole lot, but a little bit. So I'm really happy with the ones that I did get. I didn't need any, and I was kind of trying not to get, you know, more than one or two, because I went on the Beautylish site yesterday and I got sucked into the Sonia G releases, and I got some of the Fusion series, and then I went back on and a lot of them are still available. Not all. One that I got is not, but the Lotus series I think is still there, and a couple of the Fusion series brushes. I think the mini base and the larger concealer one is still available. If you guys are planning to get one, it's not too late. But I wanted to go ahead and do this right away so that I have this information fresh in my mind. It was a very, very wonderful experience. The guy that was helping me was very helpful, very knowledgeable, and I can see myself going back, you know, before I make another purchase, because it was very helpful for me to see these brushes in person and, you know, save myself the money of getting something that wasn't what I was expecting. But I thought it was a really great experience, and I'm glad I can share it with you guys. All right, so this is my second filming for today, so I can't really talk very well, but you know, anyhow, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.